My garbage person of the week, you will see in the following clip. And I think very soon into this clip, you're gonna realize why I chose them this week. But let's roll this.
To say that we ought to base hirings off of competence and merit. And that's it. And it's crazy that we even have to say that sort of thing when you are hiring someone for any other reason, then you are doing a disservice to the public. And so we want the best people, we want the most competent people, and we should never be hiring anyone for any job other than the best person for that job. That should be the number one reason.
All right, I have to imagine the little smile that Lara Trump gives at the end is her body rebelling against how ridiculous and hypocritical what she's saying is. And it just has to smile to release some of the tension, I guess, because Lara Trump is just like 50 gallons of Nepo poured into a dress. That's all. Every job she has now, every job she's had for the past few years has been, she married a Trump. That's it. She wasn't chosen, had the RNC because of her just decades of work on the ground, organizing for Republican causes, and she was an activist and a state legislator, and she understands campaign. No, she was a Trump. That's literally it. She was a Trump. And when a spot in the Senate in Florida opened up, she immediately put her name forward. Why? Because she knows literally anything about the Senate or how that work goes, any of that stuff. No, she's Trump. So she apparently gets it. Now she didn't end up getting it, which is hilarious, and I love that. But up into, why is she commenting on the news? Why would anyone, what sort of expertise does she have? Well, she's a Trump. That's it. Again, it's not that they don't think there should be merit. It's just that they place merit on things that regular people wouldn't. Your skin color, if you're white, that's merit. That is merit. If you're able-bodied, that's merit. Okay, if you're straight or cis, that is merit. Okay, and there's no greater merit than having the last name Trump. Okay, we just define meritocracy very differently, I think. But Brett, that's my garbage person.
Right, there's plenty of criticism to be levied about people who immediately go to like, it's a race problem when it's not. Like everybody knows that. There's some like, let's focus on like what specifically the issues are. And yes, in America, if you start peeling it back, like the reason your family, a lot of them are in a position where they were able to achieve the levels of merit, which frequently, especially in Trump circles, are you kidding me? Ivy League circles, it is who your family is. That is a genetic discriminatory practice. Where you went to school, if where you got it, like getting into school was predicated on legacy as much as it was, and that's not merit. You guys don't want to get, you want to keep the legacy stuff in there. Then that's not merit. And Trump says, oh, he went to Harvard, he went to Yale. Like a lot of people do that because their family went to Harvard, because they went to Yale, because they were racist. Like that's the stuff that people are talking about a lot of time. I think there is too many people being like white piece of crap. Like I don't like that. They're too free to call like white people bad. But like, dude, your solution's not better. You're a Nepo baby.
Yeah, and by the way, like she is, I guess, suited to be in that family because that's what that family is. Her husband is a product of nepotism. That's the only reason he has his position. That's the only reason. Listen to him speak for a second, you realize that. Donald Trump is a Nepo baby. He was born into that business. As you said, he got into the Ivy League schools through legacy. And if I'm wrong, Trump, release the transcripts. Yeah, I'll do what you did with Obama. Let's see your grades, buddy. Okay, the only reason he didn't go fight overseas was because his papa called in a favor. Okay, they've benefited from all of this. It's now multiple generations of nepotism. Yeah, there's no merit, there's no competency. It's DEI for mediocre people whose ancestors were rich.
Yeah, and the term is born on third base and think they hit a triple.
Yes, it's a good one. I appreciate good football metaphors. Now, we do every week a poll for a community garbage person of the week, and we've got one for you. 75,000 of you voted, which is, that's about as high as I've ever seen one of these polls go. Thank you for the 75,000. And here are your top four. At number 4 with 3% is Tom Homan for demanding more ICE raids. Number 3, 11% is the GOP for continuously referring to Trump as daddy. Ugh. Your runner-up has 19%. That's Scott McCormick for saying hungry kids should get to work. But far and away, your community garbage person of the week with 67% of the vote is Donald Trump for freezing federal funds and creating all of that chaos. And here is what this time is like. Doesn't the federal freezing thing, doesn't that feel like that was 3 weeks ago? It does not feel like it was 3 days ago.